Hello. Rinig ba ako, no?
Yes,
Wait.
sir. We can hear you.
Share screen. Nandito yung screen. Live na ba to? Okay, sorry. So, yeah, good afternoon. So my presentation for today is about Internet of Things with Node-RED. So, yeah. So, who am I? So I'm a .NET software developer, actually senior software developer. I'm also a sub-business one consultant. Also loves embedded applications. So Raspberry Pi. Saan ba dito yung primary screen to? Kita ba, no? Yeah. So it's yeah, I'm a .NET software developer. So I'm also a sub-business one consultant, technical consultant. And also I'm a embedded applications developer. So mostly Arduino, RPI, STM32. So yeah, basic definition of IoT is a network of physical objects, devices, vehicles, buildings, and other items embedded with electronic software, sensors, and network connectivity that enables these objects to collect and exchange data. So yeah, more like mostly naman lahat sa atin alam na tong definition na to. So commonly used IoTs. So far ito lang yung na capture ko sa slides, pero actually marami pang iba yan. So let me show on my camera here. So as you can see here, so meron tayong ito Raspberry Pi. Ito yung bago, yung RP2040. So microcontroller ni RPi. So this one also from ST, I think. So as you can see here. So yeah, actually marami yan. Hindi lang siya limited sa Arduino. But yeah, the Arduino is a most versatile software. So almost all of the what do you call this? Microcontroller. Sorry. Teka ha. Hold on, hold on. Ito, kita?
Yes, sir. We can see your presentation po.
So ulitin ko ba or diretso tayo? So yeah, let's continue. So commonly used IoT device. So we have a bunch of devices there: RPI, Arduino, Mega, Tensi here. I also use some of this device also. Hold on. Yeah, much better. Yeah. Tensi. Wait, let me. Hindi ko yata na nakuha. So yeah, so most commonly used device that there is. So what about the tools? So because Arduino Day ngayon, so we will use Arduino IDE, Johnny-Five framework, so Johnny-Five JavaScript framework, Visual Studio Code for the code editing, and of course Node-RED. So let me continue. So why Node-RED? Node-RED is a visual tool for wiring Internet of Things developed by IBM, emerging technology, and other open source community. Using Node-RED, developers wire up inputs, output, processing nodes to create flows, also known as flow-based programming, to process data, control things, or send alerts. It works by allowing to wire up web services or custom nodes, as they call, to each other or to the things to do, like send emails on a rainy day weather forecast, push sensor data like services like Twitter. So pwedeng push notification. It's up to you. Depende kung anong node yung gagamitin mo. And perform complex analysis on data with ease. So let me proceed. So noded installation. So it's because this application is a JavaScript based application. Let me show the website. So here, there's the website of Node-RED. So it's open source. So you can download and share some code with the community. Also, the source code is in the GitHub, so you can work from there or download and run it yourself. So this is the application itself. So Node-RED. So yung installation nun is nandito lang rin sa loob. So installation instruction. So yeah, here. Sundan nyo lang, madali lang siya. So yun, pag-requisite, so kailangan mo ng Git client and also Node.js for in order to applications to run. Node package manager, I think it's already included on the Node.js itself. So installation, yeah, you can get it from here or you can follow the steps on the website. So yeah, let me show you for the first demo that I prepared. So what we will do today is more likely flow-based programming. So less code muna tayo. So kanina pumapasok tayo sa IDE, code tayo, setup and loop. So dito naman, what we will do is just drag and drop some nodes that they call. This is the environment of Node-RED. So here it is. So once you follow the installation here, so after that, let me stop the service and show it to you first so that so ito yung screen ko. So in order, I already downloaded the app. So in order to start, and just type npm start. So just wait for that. So start, I think hindi ko na start yung sa Arduino. There you go, connected na siya. So yeah, after that, isi-share niya sa'yo yung link kung saan mo siya ma-access. Ito yung dashboard. So yeah, you can access it from there. So in my screen, it's already prepared here. So yeah, so this is what you call the flow-based programming. So what you will do here is you just drag the nodes. Let's say, for example, I want to show some simple message here. So what I will do is just drag these nodes on my left panel. So it depends on what node you do you want. So every node has its own function. So yeah, so first pang hello world ng Node-RED. So we will just spit out debug message. So here. So when I try, let's say, hello Arduino. So I send a message, hello Arduino. And then once you are done, you can deploy it. So here, so on the upper right, we have a deploy button. So just deploy. String, sorry. And deploy. So once the deploy is done, so yan siya. So when you click this inject button, so you can see here on the debug message, our string. Later, papakita ko sa inyo paano natin magagamit to sa using MQTT to control our device. So yeah, that's the basic of flow graph programming. So let's get down to business. How can we connect this what we call this device using our node? So first, I will show you the blink led demo, the hello world for Arduino. So I already prepared my environment here. So actually I already configured my device. So there are several ways to connect your device on the Node-RED. So we have node called Johnny-Five GPIO. So actually you can search it from here. Johnny-Five. Sorry, wrong spelling. There. So you can use this node. It's when you try to install it on our Node-RED application. So this is the resulting nodes that will be added on your panel. So first we will go to how can we control a LED using this application. So notice hindi ako nag-deploy ng code. By the way, before I forget, in order to run this application to connect to our Arduino device, so you need to configure you need to download the Fermata protocol. I think it is included already on the Arduino IDE. So this one, you just file, open samples, and then download this Fermata, standard Fermata Plus here. So the purpose of this firmware is in order to the application Johnny-Five communicate with your Arduino device at a certain protocol, which is called the Fermata protocol. So yeah, once you download this one, so let's try to download it. I think it's COM10. COM10 Arduino Nano. Because I'm using an old device, so I'll use old bootloader here, and then upload, sorry. So yeah, while downloading, so let me go back here on the node. Let me enable. Actually, you can enable, disable the components inside the flow graph so that the application will deploy, but on the background it's disabled. So in order to enable, so you just go to the information on this pane, and then I think a flow graph 5, so I just enable that one. COM10. So by the way, we have several options to connect our device to this Node-RED application. So here I'm using Arduino Fermata. So there are some other device you can select from here, but right now I'm using Arduino Fermata. And also the connection, you can select several connections here. You can select the serial port. On my setup right now, I use the TCP connection. I already configured it here on my second window. I think this one, yeah. So the code for this is just a simple, I think it's also included on the Node-RED website. So what it does is just connect to your Arduino device, and then send out the data via TCP/IP, which is, I think it's port 3002 here, as you can see on my code. So once you run the JavaScript application, let me, yeah. So port 3002, so you can configure your Fermata device to connect to a local host. Actually, you can change it if you have some other device like Raspberry Pi. other PC which is Arduino in it. So you can update the TCP host and then the TCP port. So once done, we can deploy our. Let me disable this one first. So 5. So let's deploy. Yeah, it's already deployed. So how can we? Hold on, I think. Yeah, connected already. So let me show my other window side by side. So I have here a camera here. So take note of these two LEDs on my breadboard. So when I click this uh, debug node to inject to our GPIO. So this GPIO is under the Johnny-Five node. So it's just a GPIO out. So I already configured the Piermata. So once I click this one, as you can see, the lead one here on the red. Let me see. And then when I click off, yeah, it turns off. On, off. So yung laman lang nito is just a bit. I send one or zero just to show you guys the purpose of this node, that we are able to control the GPIO of an Arduino device, which is connected right now on my PC via TCP/IP with this JavaScript application, and then the Fermata, I mean the Node-RED is connecting via this port, which is 3002. So yeah, we have a blinking LED already. So how about the input? So here also we can uh, uh, drag. A Johnny-Five also have a framework that it can. I mean a node that it can cater the inputs. So I think this one, as you can see, the icon is the same. So let me disable the flow 5 and enable the flow 4. So yeah. So the purpose of this is uh, yeah, it will send a status dialog on my UI. So I'm not sure if, yeah. So maybe I'll show you directly that the Node-RED that is as a dashboard itself also. So yeah, let me jump first that the purpose of this demo is when I press this button, my Node-RED application will spit out a message dialog. As you can see here, there's a node for a message dialog. This also includes in the nodes in the Node-RED. This is called the dashboard. So you can drag and drop components, buttons, drop down, switch, and so on. So text message, I mean a text box also. For now, I'll show you the status message that once I press this button, it will spit out a message on my UI. So let's deploy this one. Deploy, yeah. So if my device is still connected, so it should. It's still connected. Hold on. So this is the problem sometimes if you just code without checking. So just I need to restart again so that my node will be, I mean my GPIO will be connected to this, I mean my GPIO pin to connect to this TCP server and reflect it to server. So now it's connected, as you can see on the status. So when I press this button, let me show you side by side here. So when I press the button, let me show you here. So when I press the button, notice on this part, it will spit out a message. See, button press. Yeah. So basically, it's not only a button that we can place here. We can place some other input device as well. So all digital and analog values uh, can be connected. Can be connected to the Node-RED itself and spit it out on your flow graph. So it's up to you what you will do with that data. So I inserted here just a simple function that whatever the value on my button, I just spit out a message that it's button press and then return the message so that uh, this node will spit out a message, as you can see previously on the UI window here, that it shows the message. So that's for the input. So button press. So connected device using MQTT messaging protocol. Node also support MQTT messaging protocol. So MQTT, let me explain first the meaning of MQTT. MQTT is a hub and spoke protocol for sending messages between IoT device. So clients can subscribe or publish message to the central server called a broker. So message broker, so messaging broker system is a publish and subscribe protocol based on a hub and a spoke model. So basically, ito yung itsura ng hub and spoke natin. So meron tayong parang post office. So merong papublish ng certain message, and then whoever subscribe on that message under that topic will receive those data. So basic terms, so we have a broker that accept the message from clients. So more likely sa device natin, ito yung mga sensors or maybe displays and so on. Excuse me. That delivers any interested client's message belong to that topic. Sometimes brokers are also called servers. So client, a device that publish message to the topic, subscribe to the topic or both. So topic, it's more likely sa term namin sa program is a namespace. So lahat lang ng message under that topic will be sent out or received under that topic. So that other message will not affect the others. So a namespace a namespace or a place for a message on a broker, clients can subscribe and publish to that topic. So publish, same, you will just send a message going to the broker and then subscribe. So all the clients that subscribe to that topic will receive those messages that is published. So unsubscribe, you need to tell the broker that you're going to unsubscribe, disconnect already to our topic. Then from there, you will not receive the message already. So yeah, this is the block diagram of that. So let's try our Node-RED connect to our MQTT. So at first, we will send a basic basic message. So here I have already configured on my flow graph. So as you can see here, I have MQTT client. So this is my topic. So I named it as Small Kids Arduino Day. So there are some free servers that cater MQTT protocol, but take note, this one is not it's not secure. So and also I use here HTTP. So if you have important data, don't use this test server. So instead, you can configure it yourself. There are some open source MQTT server also. I think the one we use on one of our clients in Canada. So RabbitMQ. So yeah, it also supports MQTT. So I think it's under community plugins. So MQTT. No, not this one. Yeah, maybe later I'll show you what protocols that this RabbitMQ supports. Let me finish first my presentation so that we will catch up the time. So if there are some time, I'll show you how to configure this one. I mean, how to connect this server. If you have a custom server that will cater MQTT communication. So let's start our demo for the MQTT using Node-RED. So here, I already configured my flow graph. So basic, I just inject a message going to this publisher. So this is my publisher. So this is the topic. And then this is my subscriber. As you can see, same topic connecting to this site, test.mosquito.org. So by the way, this MQTT, you can get it from here. Yeah, this one, a network pane of your Node-RED. Actually, by default, it is included already. So you can make use of that. So actually, it's not only limited to MQTT protocols. You can also, Node-RED also support TCP, TCP request and response, also HTTP. So I think you can, most of our example on Arduino, they use HTTP get or HTTP post on their sample. So you can use the ASP. I mean your Arduino connected to your ASP8266 that will send a get request or post request, and then on your Node-RED you can process that one, receive in HTTP request, and then process the data and do whatever you want on that data. So on my demo, I'll show you how to use this MQTT protocol. So let me enable first. I think it's flow 2. And then disable the 4. Deploy. So yeah, as you can see, connected na yung ano natin, yung publisher and subscriber. So take note, walang physical connection to. So it will just send a message to this publisher, to this subscriber. So, and then we'll spit out on our, what you call this, on our debug message, on our debug window, I mean. So once I click here, so let me go to the debug. Here, this one. So yeah, so when I click this one, see, it sent out a message, lead 1 on, lead 1 off, lead 2 on, lead 2 off. And also, we have here, what they call this, UI on our Node-RED UI. So if you can see here, wala akong ginawa sa code. I just drag and drop. As you can see here already, we have already a dashboard component here. So when I control this one, notice on my debug message, when I click this one, as you can see, it spits out a message, lead 1 on, lead 1 off. Here. So without coding, I am already able to control the device. So what can I do with this data? So all we can do here is we will just set up our Arduino. Where's that one? So yeah, maybe, yeah, sorry. So maybe I'll just run separate code. I think I created a simple JavaScript code which uses Johnny-Five. So as you can see here, it's all JavaScript. So I just subscribed to this MQTT server with topic small kid Arduino Day. It's connected to port 10, COM10, sorry. So what it does is whenever I receive a message from Node-RED, all I will do is we just control the LED that is uh, already configured on my breadboard. So this is the whole code for that. So once I receive the message, I just parse that one and then control the LED on or off. It depends on how you state the condition. So let me run this one. So let me end this one first because it will conflict on my port. So what's the file name? It's MQTT demo Arduino Day. So node. Hopefully it works. See? Yeah, already initialized. So I can see my camera, right? So when I control, where's my UI? Here. So take note of these two LEDs. I bind it on this two LEDs that I configured already. So when I click this one, take note that this is already sending on via MQTT server. So when I click this one here, as you can see, the LED turns on here. And also on my code, I can see that there's a message that, a console message that the lead one is turned on. So when I click off, it sends an off message also. And also we can control that one on the other LED. So what it does is just I intercept this message from publisher. So whatever the message that I sent from here, because I subscribe also on that topic, as you can see it from here. See? So I'm able to receive the message and process the data. So that's uh, the capability of MQTT. So what I did is just use the feature of Node because also it can connect on a MQTT service and control our LED using external programs. I copied from the sample and control the LED itself. So let's proceed on my slide. So yeah, I think that's all. So any questions so far? So the references, so all the tools is all open source, so you can download and modify yourself. Arduino for the IDE, excuse me, Johnny-Five. I think it's also on GitHub. So this is the site of Johnny-Five. If you're curious with the code, where did I get that? All the samples is under this website, so you can copy from there and just copy and paste and run it yourself. So I think there's a GitHub for this. To our Fermata. So it's connected. So let's start again the Node-RED. Yeah, sige. how much time do I left? $240. So kung 240, sige, gamitin na lang natin yan sa Q&A. Yeah. So sige. So should I continue? Yeah, sige. So saan tayo kanina? So yeah. So dito ako sa last demo, just implemented it a while ago. So what it does is instead of using the given nodes by Johnny-Five, so we will just customize script so that Johnny-Five can control other device except for other device like this one. Right now I'm showing there's an LCD configured here. So what I will do is whatever the message that I inject, or maybe I'll type on my UI, it will reflect on my LCD here that is configured. So let me deploy this one first. Then I'll start my Node-RED. Once connected, I'll just deploy. Hold on. Enable the flow 2 and enable the flow 7. There you go. So deploy. Yeah. So yeah, it's connected already. So when I have already inject message here, so that we can test that this component is working. So when I let's change this one to hello Arduino Day. Arduino. So done. So take note, once I inject the message here, there, tick. I didn't deploy, sorry. So it's connected. When I send a message, see on my LCD, there's an hi Arduino Day. So yeah, it's only good for a debug. So how about if we have a user input? So here on our UI, as you notice, it's already changed after I deploy another flow. So when I type a message there, hi, hello there, this is only a test. So when I enter, see, the message is sent to my Arduino device. So the message is sent directly using the Fermata protocol. As you can see, I log the message, and it's up to the Arduino to process that one and control the ports that is connected on your Arduino device. So it's up to you. So use your imagination. So always tinker, so that you can what do you call this? You can produce some other experiments on your hardware or on your device. So yeah, so I think if I still have time, so maybe I'll share to you guys some other features. I think it's already not connected to Node-RED, but it is related to Johnny-Five JavaScript framework. So let me. So as you can see here on Node-RED, we can control the GPIO pins. So this is only good for the basic input output. So how about if we have a sensors set of sensors like here on my camera, as you can see, I have here I think this is a IMU sensor. So I already configured this yesterday. So I connected to my other Arduino device. So what it does is may our objective is we will create an application, PD application that whatever the angle, I mean the the values that is generated by the gyro, it will reflect on your 3D object. So let me. Yap. Sige. Tapusin ko lang tong isa. Yeah. Yeah, so let me stop this one. Let me connect this one to. So actually, the concept is almost the same. So what it does is I created a simple web server with a socket IO so that real time I can send and receive the data from my sensor going back to our application. So it's just a Node JS application. So as you can see here, the HTML is very simple. So, but I use a library called the 3GS, so that we can manipulate the 3D object. So the objective is whatever the data that is sent by this gyro device, we will be sending out that to our app server and then process it to our 3D object. So let me start this one. So node.js. So yeah, so it's under 3,000. So if you notice here, we have a 3D object. So once I move this sensor, notice that this what they call this 3D object rotates or whatever because this gyro sensor we have XYZ values here. So what it does is just capture the XYZ values and send it out to our 3D object and process it. So it's up to you. Use your imagination. How can you use this one? Actually, maybe in the future we can use this on your car. So you place a accelerometer on your car. So whenever your car tilts on sideways or front, so you can show on your application that your car is tilting or whatsoever. So yeah, that's I think it's out of scope already with the Node, but yeah, it's still connected to Johnny-Five. So yeah, it's the code here is very simple. So it's just what it does is I set up a socket IO and then send it to the TGS library. So yeah, I think that's all for me. So any questions?
Yes, sir. We have questions po from our FB Live audience. Meron po nagtanong, can you also use this on SCADA developing? SCADA po.
SCADA, you mean? Can you repeat the question?
Yes po. Pwede din daw po yan magamit sa SCADA po.
If you know how the SCADA works, I think yes, it can be done. Hello?
Okay po, sir. Wait lang po. We're getting some questions pa po. Sir, possible po ba na magawa po yan using single breadboard po?
Single breadboard. It depends naman sa project mo kung simple components lang naman yung kailangan niya. So kaya naman ng single breadboard 'yon.
Okay.
Yep.
So, ito sir, may question po. Pwede daw po ba sir pasilip ng MQTT request? Ewan ko po sir kung ano po yun. Pero pwede daw
I
po
think this one. Let me share again.
Sige po.
MQTT. So this one. You can see my screen now, right?
Yes po sir, nakikita po.
So yeah, ito yung sa tanong niya. So what I did is just use a library called MQTT. It's already also can be downloaded also on the Node Package Manager. So what it does is just initialize the object, connect to this test server. So yeah, you can customize this one, but for simplicity, I just use the free servers that is hosted there. Actually, there are some other free MQTT servers. So I think iot.eclipse.org. So you can use that one as well. So yeah, this is the initialization part. This is the event part. Once there's a message, it's up to you what we'll do with that message. So on my case, because I have here a Johnny-Five library, as you can see here, 5.board, and then I initialize on port 10, and then I initialize the LED to connect on port 4 and 5. As you can see here on my Nano, this port 4 and 5, this Arduino Nano. And then there, from there, once you set up, you can control already the components that is connected on your Arduino device.
Okay po. Sir, ito po sir, maybe our last two questions. Sabi, may nagtanong po, pwede to po, can you guide us how to access the flow of Node-RED?
Guide. Baka matagalan tayo. But anyway, maybe in the future, I'll create a tutorial for that. Maybe I post it on YouTube. So from there, you can view from there, guys.
Yung last question po actually, meron daw po ba kayong YouTube channel?
Ay, wala pa. Masyadong busy sa work, so wala pa masyadong time mag-vlog. Pero yeah, I'll consider it one in the future.
Ayan, siguro everyone just watch out for sir, baka magulat na lang kayo mamaya meron na siyang YouTube channel.
Actually, I'm active on programmers developers group. I'm one of the admin there. So if you have questions, just drop it there. I'll try to attend if I am not busy.
Ayun. So siguro sir, any last closing message po for our participants?
Closing message, just continue to hack things and develop, hack and learn in order to improve your skills. That's, I think, that's what I always do. So yeah, I think that's the last message I can share to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much again, Sir Jonelle Castañeda, for that very insightful and very actually, sir, ang dami pong nagulat. Astig daw po, kahit kami part of the organizers na natutuwa po kami sa presentation. Thank you so much po, sir, for your time.
Thank you all also.
Okay, and now, flash on your screen right now is another code. And technicals, can we show the code na po? Yan. So our code now is Node 951 red. Again, Node 951 red. Kaya siguro we will give you mga 5 more seconds or 10. Yan.